Good morning, everyone. It's June 7th, 2023, and I'm out here at the Port Clinton Steam Shop to visit our old friend 2102. And the smoke you see in the air, that has nothing to do with the steam engine. This is the wildfire smoke from the wildfires up in Quebec, but it's not going to stop us from checking out what the crew's doing to get 2102 ready for the first Iron Horse Ramble of the year, which will be on Saturday, July 1st. It runs from Reading to Jim Thorpe and back, and we will also run Iron Horse Rambles on August 13th and September 2nd. So let's take a behind-the-scenes tour to see what the crew has been up to in getting this locomotive ready for her first excursion of 2023. In addition to the regular winter maintenance, there's been a number of key repairs and upgrades done to help this engine run smoother, more powerfully, and more efficient. The piston ring replacement was the most important part of the winter repairs and upgrades, as these rings had not been replaced since the Reading days. And as of this recording, the new rings have been installed on the right side piston, but here's a look back at some of the work that was done to machine the piston and to install the new rings. Each piston ring is comprised of 8 bronze segments and 8 cast iron segments, and you can see the new rings next to the old ones here to understand just how worn the old ones are. And when the rings get worn, you're going to have steam leaking around them, you're not going to get as much pressure, you're going to use a lot more coal and steam to make this locomotive put in the same amount of effort. So with these new rings, the compression's going to be higher, coal and steam usage will be a lot lower, and you, as a passenger or rail fan, are going to be treated to an even louder and more exciting experience. This will also help 2102 traverse some of our steep grades that she had a little bit of difficulty with last year. And as of my visit today, you can see here the left side piston ring still needs to be reinstalled. All of the new iron pieces are here. They're just waiting on a couple of bronze pieces, which should be here this week. And then they're going to be able to reassemble and reinstall this left side piston. And the process will be the same as the work that was done on the right side one. And you can see from this picture here, this is a homemade compression ring. And what this does is it holds all of the piston ring parts together while they install the spring that ultimately will hold it together before it gets reinstalled. But that's not all of the work that was done. The hot water pump needed work as well. Here you can see the work that was done to machine the reversing piston for the hot water pump. Another project that was done over the winter was to replace the drawbar pin bushings and wedge on both the engine and the tender side. And you're looking at that installed here, but let's go back where they were machining the new wedge. And then this photo shows the new wedge next to the old wedge. And that work is now complete and installed. And they also did some work on the booster. And this is another component that will help power 2102 up some of the steeper grades, particularly when hauling a long consist. They had to replace the booster mounting seat and repair an internal air leak. And this would have been some very difficult work had they had to remove the booster from the locomotive, but instead they were able to route some new piping on the exterior to take care of things. And then there were a number of other minor projects, which included some stay bolt work that's pretty routine. And then they did machine and install some new throttle seats and new throttle caps. And while this doesn't cover every repair that was made, it does cover the major ones. And it gives you an idea of just how much work it is to maintain and run these old steam locomotives. But all of this work is important. It will keep the locomotive running powerfully and efficiently for years to come. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this behind-the-scenes tour at the steam shop at Reading and Northern Railroad as we get 2102 ready for her first excursion of the year. And I'm excited to tell you that I'm going to be riding along on that first excursion, filming it, and I hope you'll join me for the ride. Tickets are still available for all 3 Iron Horse Rambles this year, and it's going to be a great time. This locomotive is going to be more powerful and louder than ever. So get your tickets out and get ready to get on board for the first Iron Horse Ramble of 2023. And signing off from Port Clinton, I just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you down the tracks.